you get a lot of these reports that Noah Syndergaard is not only someone that is being discussed, teams aren't just calling about Noah Syndergaard, but the Mets are actively trying to deal him now at the deadline, which is a little bit of a surprise. Now, I know his name's been attached at last offseason, this past offseason in trade rumors, and I know we've talked about it a little bit here or there, but the fact that you hear that the Mets are actively trying to deal him is a little bit new. And you've got, Omar Minaya scouting not only Yankees prospects like he did earlier in the week, but now the Braves. They had a scout over at Braves AAA, a scout at Braves AA, and they're looking at some of their prospects. First things first, what I don't understand is you can't trade him to the Yankees, but you could trade him to the Braves.
Can't. First of all, first of all, as a Met fan, I don't want to trade Syndergaard. And if I'm going to trade Syndergaard, and I don't buy that they are, if I'm going to trade Syndergaard, I better get something big, okay? And I don't mean just prospects. I got to have a guy that's a young, everyday major league player now. There's none of this nonsense. I got to have, No. If I'm trading Syndergaard, I'm not saying I'm getting these guys, but I got to get guys like Gleyber Torres. I got to get guys like Fernando Tatis Jr. These are the kind of guys that if I'm trading Syndergaard, I got to get back.
Well, I will give you an example.
Go ahead.
So you're probably not going to get a guy like Gleyber Torres.
So you know what?
Off. Well, hold on.
Then
Wait, hold on.
Okay, well,
give me a second. I think you could still buy in.
Go ahead, let me see.
Someone who is a starter on a playoff contender, you're probably not going to extract. However, this is a good example. A couple of off seasons ago, it was last trade deadline. Last trade deadline, the Pirates went for it.
Okay.
They went and got Chris Archer, who was available. Chris Archer's a guy who had a couple of years.
Chris Archer is not Syndergaard.
Well, okay, but wait, did you see the return that they got in this deal?
Fine, I understand
They got Austin Meadows, they got Tyler Glass now, and these guys are performing.
They've been good. I understand.
Those guys were on the cusp of being major leaguers. Okay. I think that if you get guys like that you really believe can be starters next year for you, that are minor league guys now that are on the cusp and they're ready to play and ready to be young stars.
I have to have a guy
that's who you're going to get.
No.
Well, you're not going to get that guy.
Well, then I'm not trading him.
Well,
I got to have a guy that's playing for me. If they trade Syndergaard, that guy's got to be in the starting lineup the next day.
Well, how are you going to do that for a contender? Why is that? I mean, you're telling me that if there's a AAA guy that's blocked or something, and then on the Mets he's a starter, maybe. But you're not going to get a guy like Gleyber Torres.
All right, then I'm going to tell you this then, okay? Then I'm not – well, again, I'm not trading Syndergaard if I'm not getting blown away for the deal. Why would I do that, okay? Why would I?
You might get blown away
why would I trust this brutal so far general manager to make that trade?
Well, you can't.
Why? Of course not.
But there's no choice because he's the GM and he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but you know what?
And
Let's be honest.
What's he going to do? Just sit there and watch the team
But let's
die?
be honest. No trade like that is being made if the Wilpons aren't signing off on it. Let's be honest about that. Right. I don't care what Van Wagenen tries to sell me. Okay, or sell them. All right? Well, at the very least, I would have to have a guy like Clint Frazier, at the least.
Oh, I love Clint Frazier.
That I know is already a major league player, because he is.
Right.
And I could put him in the lineup tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I love Clint Frazier.
So if I'm not getting a guy like that, then I'm not making a trade. And I don't even know if I would do that one.
Would you rather, well, it'd have to be Frazier plus. There's no doubt about it.
Of course.
Now, would you wait then till the offseason? Because here's the issue.
I don't want to trade the guy. Why do we have – this is what kills me with it. So I got to trade Syndergaard. We got to trade him because maybe Brody doesn't like him for whatever reason. God only knows. I mean, Brody, who loves Robbie Cano and Edwin Diaz. By the way, I would trade Edwin Diaz yesterday. Let me just say that.
Thank God he didn't break his foot, by the way.
Right. Edwin Diaz, you get him out of here.
Sure.
Because he's just another relief pitcher that had one good year, and now everybody's, and I still think that a lot of teams think he's good yet, so you probably get something for him. So I would trade Diaz in a heartbeat. I'm not so in a hurry to trade Syndergaard. And I would say this, too. I would actually consider moving Syndergaard to be the closer. Why not?
Yeah, listen, I don't hate that idea. I've heard you say that before. I don't hate that idea. This is why you trade Noah Syndergaard, okay? This team, you would agree, is got a lot of holes.
Okay, they got holes.
But how do you replace those holes when you don't get them in free agency?
Then I got to get blown away with this trade. Like I said,
you might.
I have to.
But, Joe,
I got to trade him to the Braves? What, are you kidding me?
Well, that to me is crazy.
They're never trading him to the Yankees. You know that.
Yeah, right. And you can't see Noah Syndergaard starting Game 1 of the World Series for the Yankees or on a parade at Canyon of Heroes as a Yankee winning a World Championship. But you can't trade to the Braves either.
I just got another hemorrhoid.
Yeah, but you
just
can't
even like the thought about it.
You can't, right. So
it's ridiculous.
Brody, who, as I described yesterday, essentially stabbed the franchise to death this past offseason. He was so bad. It was the worst offseason you could possibly have.
Could you be any worse? By the way, where's Jed Lowry? Witness protection program? What is he doing?
That could be the worst signing in Mets history. I mean, no, I forgot what he looks like.
Was he hanging out with Henry Hill? I think he's dead, actually, now.
Could you pick Jed Lowry out of a lineup if someone gave you like four faces?
If I fell on Jed Lowry, I wouldn't know who he is.
Don't do that.
I mean, come on.
Another injury.
Right,
but Brody, if you want to be the worst GM in the history of New York sports, go ahead and trade Noah Syndergaard to the Yankees and have him go win a World Series.
Well, again, I'll say this, though. If you're giving me Gleyber Torres back, I'm making a trade.
But he's not. It's going to be Esteban Florial. It's going to be Diego Garcia. It's going to be those
Frazier.
guys.
And Frazier.
And you would do that? You would do Frazier, Florial, who's supposed to be
Here's the trade. Frazier, Florial, Davey Garcia.
You would do that?
Then I'm thinking about it.
Wow, but those are two guys, though, you haven't seen.
I got one guy that I can pencil right into the lineup. Okay, although we got to give him a day off right away because he's 24, so you got to sit him. No, but you know what I mean. But Frazier immediately could play, so I would say, okay, this kid Garcia, all I hear is great things about him, and Florial's supposed to be their top prospect. So I probably, even though I would rather have Torres, and it's unfortunate that Andujar got hurt because I would have certainly considered him. But I guess I would probably do that trade.
Okay.
That I would probably do.
Sure, and that's something that could possibly be realistic. But then the Yankees have to live with those guys potentially being stars with the Mets, and then the Mets are going to have to deal with that, too.
Believe me, the chances are that the Yankees will come out smelling like a rose.
Would you rather trade Syndergaard to the Braves or the Yankees?
Yankees.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I don't want to trade. I can't live with looking at this guy pitching against me 5 times a year.
Well, that's the point.
So I would much rather trade him to the Yankees than the Braves.
No, I'd rather him go to the Padres, the Brewers, the Astros, somewhere else.
Japan,
right? Somewhere else. But I mean, if you're telling me Yankees or Braves,
I'd much rather look again. Maybe if you trade him to the Yankees, that maybe you got to live with him in a town. But I don't have to see this guy in my division. Like I said, pitching against me 4 or 5 times a year.